over there. Okay.
Hey,
Oh.
hey.
He's calling.
Hey, welcome to the WKN Podcast. This is
Where
episode
we have
something, and
Woosley on the
we're
phone.
actually, and Woosley just called. So, Woosley, say hi to everybody.
Everybody.
Can you hear him?
I,
Can you
I
guys hear
can
him?
hear it.
Turn it up a
Do
little
it
bit,
again.
or get it closer to your microphone.
Everybody.
Can you hear it? Hi, everybody.
I can.
You guys really couldn't hear that?
We can
I
hear.
can hear
We
it.
can hear it, but barely.
I have you on speaker, but are you not very loud?
I am very loud.
I hear him.
Well, I have two questions then for you.
He has two questions. Okay.
There you go.
Well, one's a statement, one's a question.
Okay.
The statement is, so an elephant was talking to a camel, right?
Oh, God. We're probably going to have to edit
And-
this out. How far are we more than 30 seconds in? Go
No.
ahead.
So the elephant tells the camel, it's kind of silly that you have tits on your back.
Yeah. Oh, I know where this is going.
So the camel looks at the elephant, says someone with a dick on their face.
And I
Oh my
I have to edit that out.
Just do a
Hey,
beat.
hey, welcome to
Ting,
the
ting,
WKN
ting.
Podcast.
And what was the other thing you wanted to tell us, Woosley? Oh.
Do you have a plasma cutter still?
Yes. We have a plasma cutter still, right? In the garage?
Mhm.
Yes.
It's Scotty's.
He's gonna need that.
It's
I may
Scotty.
be borrowing it because mine broke.
Oh, poop. Okay. Yeah. Just tell Scotty that you're taking it from us.
Scotty?
It's Scotty's. He's got it at our house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, well, I'll tell Scotty.
yep. Just let Scotty know that you're going to borrow the plasma cutter that's at our house.
And if he forgets, it's on the
Okay, I gotta
recording.
do my long arms so I can be like the cool kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and tell him I'll bring him
Hey,
those
but y'all have
brackets.
fun with your podcast.
And then Thomas said to tell you that he's going to bring you some brackets.
Oh, okay. Brackets. Yes.
Okay.
Shock.
Yay. Cool. All right, we're gonna actually start the podcast now. Well, I mean, we're started the podcast, but now we're gonna actually
Actually, start the podcast.
All right, bye, Woosley.
Okay, bye.
I mean, if you're gonna call during podcast, actually it's a whole day early, so we're gonna go ahead and let that slide. Normally people try not to call us on Mondays, but it's Sunday.
Jason calls me every podcast. Y'all haven't
We're
noticed.
gonna have to start this on. If you do it, who knows? We may just
All right, so
do it
everybody
anyway.
pause for 3 seconds and then start over.
No,
Nah.
why?
You.
No, we're not doing that.
1.
We're not doing that.
Now.
We're really not doing that.
Hey, welcome to the WKN Podcast. These are your hosts.
Oh, you're
Thomas,
the host
say
now? Sylvia
This is
and
everybody.
Dustin. And this is episode 44, technically.
I don't know now because Dustin screwed up the.
It's supposed to be
You're back
45.
to even, I thought, isn't it?
No.
That's what I think about
No,
44.
no.
We
Tom-
were supposed to be 42, but we were on the cruise.
Yeah.
So then,
So then they were supposed to be 43 on
and
the
then
next
Ben,
after the cruise.
So-
But we
yeah.
didn't
But then
do the one
Dustin
on the
decided to
cruise.
go ahead and make it 42, even though we
Mhm.
said skip 42, because then we could do something short about the cruise and make that 42
Yes.
later.
The last one I have is episode 42 on my computer.
42, 43. So this would be
So
44.
this would be 44
Actual.
actual,
Yeah.
supposed to be 45.
we'll have
But
to do like a 42 and a half
Thomas
or
and
something.
Stacy decided to go on a cruise
Without us.
Oh,
without
but you were
us.
invited.
Y'all were invited.
I don't want to be invited. I like cruises.
I do not recall that invite.
I'm
But
pretty sure it's on the podcast.
It's definitely on one of the podcasts back in November.
name the one that it's on, and I might rewatch it.
It was November last year.
I'll make sure I'll screen record and send it to you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it
Please
into a
do.
meme.
That's been archived.
Anyway, we are
Archive.
exhausted. We are exhausted yet slap happy. Yeah, it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon,
I know.
On a
but
Sunday.
it already feels on a Sunday, but it feels like 10. But we've had a busy weekend, and we all just literally got home not too long ago from a wheeling adventure.
Yes.
And then just a busy week in general. Thomas had a crazy busy week. because he had to get stuff done on his Jeep, which we kind of talked about last week, I think.
Wait a sec.
And then
Thomas wasn't busy. I was busy because
well,
I'm the
Thomas's
one who
brain
booked
was
the
Yeah.
busy. Yeah.
Well,
Stacy
we both
was
were.
actually the busy.
We were
Stacy
both
was a
busy.
good wife. Yeah.
We were both busy.
How long
Well-
was that supposed to take Friday, Thomas?
What were you busy doing, Thomas?
Well,
Working.
we took my Jeep on Tuesday to drop it off,
Where?
right?
I took his Jeep. He met me an hour and a half later.
Because
pick her up.
it was making a bad noise, right? In the back.
It was
on the last wheeling trip.
well, not just from the last wheeling trip. I think it's just a combination of a bunch of trips.
I think it's a combination of you changing your rear drive shaft.
No, it has nothing to do with that. No, because I started
Right.
thinking. Well, hold on. Let me.
Back up.
Okay, let's start over.
Memorial trip. Almost
2 years ago.
2 years
No.
ago, because it was before we went to S'more. Memorial 2 years ago. I think that's when the bearing started slowly going out because there was a slight change in sound in the rear end, but I didn't really think much about it. Because Stacy can contest to it, and then also Dominic, because Dominic's like, why does this sound so weird back here in the back? And I was thinking, I just
But he
equated it
introduced us.
to basically tire noise and just normal Jeep noise, right?
Hmm.
Well, then that's when that noise started progressively getting louder. And then I think there was a hill climb we did 2 years ago, Memorial, is when I first initially heard it, but didn't think much about it. Because I think there was a downshift. I don't know exactly what happened, but my Jeep downshifted. And then shortly after that downshift, that's when I noticed the noise, but it wasn't loud. But progressively over the last 2 years, it just slowly
Was that day
got
one
worse.
when we weren't there? Was that day one when we weren't there? Because that was the day Savannah graduated and we came the next day.
Yes.
So was it the first?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, I was on day one.
Hmm.
That was on day one.
Gotcha.
But I didn't think much about it because it just stayed that same slight kind of a drone sound in a sense, and it stayed like that for,
What was it, Thomas, though? What was it?
it was the
What
bearing
was it?
going out in the rear end.
And what did that do to the rest of your rear end?
Well, we had to change gears and everything. New gear set, the whole install kit, rear seals, all that stuff. We went ahead and changed all that out.
And then Stacy goes to drop it off on Friday morning
Well,
to change the gear oil.
We spent 2 days basically trying to get the 500-mile break in. Stacy drove it on Wednesday after we got it back.
To go see Amanda.
Yep, she drove it all the way up to go see Amanda in
Mhm.
Indiana to get some miles on it. And then
Thursday, we drove back to Louisville.
Thursday drove up to Louisville, had dinner, drove back home to get some additional miles on it. And then Stacy took it up first thing Friday morning to basically get the 500-mile service and check. Well, that should have only taken maybe an hour or so at the shop. Mind y'all, the shop is an hour 15, hour 20, depending on traffic from our house to get there.
Okay.
So, yeah. So this hour or so,
Gear oil change.
just a quick inspection, change the gear oil, and be on our way. What happened?
The pinion seal was bad.
The pinion seal was leaking.
The brand new pinion seal.
Very, very minor because I didn't notice any, just the 4 days that we had it, 3 days we had it to get the mileage done.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any leak on the driveway. I didn't notice any leak in the garage until after we got home Friday evening.
There's 2 little spots.
And there's 2 little bitty dime-sized spots that I saw on the
cardboard
on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So an hour or so, quick refresh and check. It was a 5-hour refresh and check. I actually got home from work before Stacy did. Before she
Well, I'm sure he probably wasn't expecting that either. So he's probably like,
no.
Oh no,
I'm sure
Joe,
he did
was
not
very.
book. Yeah, I'm sure
Jeremy
he
was
didn't book
very
that in.
upset, and he did not want to send me away with the Gladiator for this weekend with the
Yeah.
leak. So we started both making calls. Thankfully, Jason Weddle
At
Oxmoor got us the part pretty quick, so nobody else could get it to us or had it.
Jeremy did find another one at another shop that he got.
Just had another one, but we couldn't get it. It was across town, so it'd taken even longer to go and get that one and get it back.
Oh, that's
So-
exhausting.
But yeah, Jeremy of Upright did an amazing job, took real good care of us, and got us on our way for the Wheeling trip this weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
So then, so we left out Thursday. Well, you guys, because you didn't, Thomas still had to work and CC had to work. Yeah, so we left out
we had to work on
Thursday.
Why we didn't call y'all for dinner?
Or
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what do you mean you ate in Louisville for dinner
well,
Thursday?
Stacy
I
was
like-
off on Friday. I had to work Friday.
And then I was like, oh, well,
But we
we were
also had to
gone,
get
so of
the-
course.
Yeah,
Because
we
I was
also had to
also
get the Jeep
thinking-
refreshed.
I was also thinking that the night we saw you was Tuesday. So also, so we went out to dinner Tuesday, and what the heck did you see on the way, which is national news now,
Oh yeah,
on the way to dump off your
Oh.
Jeep? And then
yeah.
she called me and she's like, I'm on the way to Jeremy's. We're going to eat with you guys in a little bit, but something's on fire by your house. And I was like, send me a
It
picture.
had
And
just happened.
she sent me
Yeah.
a picture and I was like, oh, that's like a big fire. Where is that? And then we look it up and it was that damn UPS airplane
Yeah,
had caught
It had
fire.
just crashed.
Yeah.
So like when they were going this way and it's here, and then you veer off an expressway, and then we're over here, and they were going past this way.
we were probably a good 5 miles or so from when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're like we're about 6 miles as the crow flies. So
'Cause
we
when
were
we
like
got on
right
Jeep's
outside
side,
of the thing.
Yeah, because
At
when we
the
got on G's side, I
shelter.
mean, we didn't notice anything, and then we called you. Stacy called you,
We called you, and then all of a sudden there
and
was
then we started
smoke.
seeing all this smoke, and we're like,
And it
"What
was
in the
2
heck?"
exits from the airport. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was nuts.
crazy.
I was at
literally,
Menards,
we called
I could not-
Sylvia less than 5 minutes after it happened.
Yeah. Dustin
I was
was
at-
at
Yeah, it was
Menards.
crazy.
I was at Menards. I got that notification on my phone. It started like doing the
the
alert
emergency-
alert sound, like, and I was like, what is this? It said plane crash. I didn't even pay attention. I was like, okay, no big deal. And then my mom called me.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Like,
He's
she's
still
like,
there, so it wasn't no big deal.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
because there's
She's
been
like,
a
are
gazillion
you
of
at
those little
home? And I was
plane
like, no, I'm
crashes
at
here.
Menards. Why? And she's like, oh, well, there was a UPS plane just crashed. I just want to make sure there's like a shelter in place. And I was like, oh, that must have been what that alert was about that I just muted.
But all
Ignored.
those little planes have been crashing all over. So he was probably just like,
Yeah, so like, okay, plane crash, whatever. And then
Yeah. I
so
would
I
never
walked
get
out
on
of
one of those.
Menards.
We
and
thought
and
Ford
then,
was on fire.
then the huge thing of black smoke was like everywhere. I was like, oh, this is pretty
Yeah,
intense.
it was pretty extensive,
Yeah.
and it was just steadily getting worse the closer we started getting towards 65.
Yeah.
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 And then of course, then you start thinking and you're seeing the videos and you're just thinking, oh gosh, like there's gonna be a lot of dead. Like there's no way. Like it was so bad. Like
Yeah,
it
I think
wasn't
it's
just
up
like
to
a tiny crash.
13
14
dead
I
and 14 dead now. And then, well,
There's still a few missing too.
today is
So-
what? Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Today's
There's
Sunday.
3
So by the
missing
time
from the
this airs on
petroleum,
Friday,
or the
so
recycling.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's multiple people missing.
3
But no, you're
employees.
thinking like, oh, what a mess. And then you're looking at where it's at, and you're like, thankfully it's not a super populated, but it's still populated. So you
Yeah.
knew that it was gonna be bad. But anyway, so that was Tuesday night. And when we went and got some food, then
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what we did Wednesday. Thursday we loaded up the Jeep, which fit perfectly on the trailer, thankfully, with about 20 feet extra space in the
That's
front.
decent.
So
Yeah.
what happened?
Diesel's growling at Odie.
You want to growl
Oh,
at me?
ours
We
were-
will have this all on
our-
camera.
Ours were mad at each other today when we got home too. But so we loaded everything up. It was great. the camper did a good job pulling the trailer, even though the trailer is heavy.
Yeah.
Dustin, what did we went by the Catskills
Yeah, we
today
stopped
on
by
the
the
way home.
Catskills on the way home. So it was the trailer weighed a total of 8,860 pounds with the Jeep and the
Wow.
trailer. So on the sticker on the trailer, it has two 7,000-pound axles, and it says that it's not rated for any more than, oh please,
9,000.
9,930 pounds. So we're estimating the trailer weighs around 4,070 pounds. So then we figure the total of the 8,860 minus the
Minus the trailer.
4,070 equals 4,790 pounds, which is probably what Sylvia's Jeep and the spare
Which
tire weigh on
surprises
there.
me. I figured I was closer to 5,500. Honestly.
No.
How much did you weigh, Thomas? 6?
No,
I was
he was-
I was in the mid fives. It was like
Yeah.
54.
Oh.
It was like 54 on his.
Oh, I thought.
But I'm gonna
thought
go
you
get
were
an
closer to-
official weight done on it here in
Before
the
and
next
after.
week or so to get an official, because
Yeah.
that was just on the four corner digital scale. We think the scales were off a little bit because some of the bias on the left and right and front back seemed kind of off.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go get a full weight scale done on it,
Well,
fully
and
loaded, everything.
again, that's just a
And
guesstimate on what the trailer weighs because I don't think that includes what the axle weight is for each
Yeah.
axle of the trailer because the axle will hold 14,000 pounds. So that doesn't include the axles or the wheels. Doesn't include the spare tire or the toolbox that's on there or the ramps.
You'll have to
So,
drive just the
We'll have
trailer.
to drive
eventually.
just the Jeep
Or yeah.
to the
either one.
Catskills to see what the trailer actually weighs with all that stuff on there.
yeah, we need to do that one weekend just to, and then do a short little video on it. See how much our
Yeah, I mean, it's
vehicles weigh.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
If you have the app, you literally just drive on the scale. You type in the scale number that's up there on the thing at the location.
We are
and
at
then,
700 today. Yeah.
Yep.
And it just
The one
tells
in
you. It's cool.
the Catskills in Waddy is the number 700 in the United States.
Yeah.
So you're aware.
I didn't know how I did that. But
Just
there's one in
fun
There's
fact.
one in Shepherdsville. There's one in Shepherdsville, so we can go do it together because it'll be in between
Yeah.
us. So it's fun. But the camper did great. At least I thought it did. And then we got to the campground and it was fine. We definitely had to unhook the trailer because the site wasn't quite long enough for us to have both.
You
We
need
could
one
have,
of
but
the
it would
middle
have been.
ones.
We need one of the middle ones. I was telling Dustin, but I feel guilty. Like I hate to take one from people who have them you know what I mean? Like I feel like you're taking
First come,
someone's
first
seat.
serve. I mean, I wouldn't take
I'm-
the very first one,
No, I know. I'm like,
but
Yeah.
oh bad. I'll take the last one.
I don't
and
think
then
they would
figure
let
it-
us even have that if we
No.
tried. Like the
They'll
weed
be like,
spray is
"This
like,
is-"
no, this is ours.
you'd have to get it now for next year.
They probably already got it for next. I mean, honestly, Jen's so on top of it.
The Catskills in Horse Cave is number 1174. I looked that back up. I was curious.
Well, we're not going to that one,
Carry
weirdo.
Carry on.
Carry on.
He's so
Carry
cute.
on.
Anyway, but yeah, we really probably need one of the ones to make it a little bit easier. So okay, so I'm gonna skip all the way. I don't want to skip the Sunday. So anyway, remind me whenever we get to Sunday about how we got woken up this morning.
Oh yeah.
So we got there Friday night or Thursday night, and we got everything unpacked, and we went and did our check-in. We were supposed to at the check-in. They were supposed to give us this like special bracelet and
Yeah,
a
we had to sign
waiver.
this special waiver, and we were supposed to get a bracelet because it was all on private property. But then
and forestry property, but they never showed up.
Yeah, but whoever was
The
supposed to
next day,
do
we're
that
just-
never showed up. So
So we're
then
just
we
like,
got there the
okay,
next
hopefully we
morning.
don't get arrested because we don't have the permit, and they can literally fine you or impound your vehicle. But Aaron was like, it's not gonna I mean, they know we're out. They know we're supposed to be out here, so it's supposed to be
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, for the meet and greet, they were able to get special permission for like private landowners that don't let people on those spots anymore, and then the forestry and all that. So we had special permission. So then Friday morning, we were in line with Cody Boone, which he is a baby. So, but he knows his shit. Like I was like, oh, he looks like Savannah's age. But hell, he's probably been out there driving 4-wheelers or something since he was 6. I don't even know if he had a map. He knew he was really good, and he was a good spotter, and he's real calm and real sweet. Didn't have like a big head
It
or
is.
nothing.
It's
I would definitely ride with him again. And I would suggest people ride with him again. It was Cody Boone. I don't think he has like a page or group or anything, but maybe. So we were gonna do some of those. We did Holiday Hill, which is one I'd heard of, and I was pretty excited to do. We were supposed to do Hot Dam, but I had talked to Billy Benson the day before, and he's like, I really don't think y'all are gonna do it. We were in a group of 18, just to tell you how large it was. Giant.
That's a big group.
I know.
Huge.
I was like, oh shit.
Mm.
Yeah. So we were 16th out of 18. And probably 9 of them were 2 doors. At least 9 of them were 2 doors. No gladiators, right? No gladies.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I didn't see that many
us stay out
gladiators there on Saturday.
the whole weekend.
Saturday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we didn't do Hot Dam because he said that all the drops to get in, they ran it the day before the wheats, and I don't know if it was just the wheats, but anyway, they had to ratchet strap the back ends of all the 2 doors so they didn't flip over tail over nose. So we would have been fine, but we just had way too many. We would have been fine, but for a medium hard ride, it was a no-go. And then all the 2 doors.
Because the drop in is like too steep, so then
Yeah.
the back
like a
ends were trying to
7-foot
come
ledge.
over on the 2 doors.
Oh wow.
They said it was a 7-foot
Right,
ledge.
kind of
which
like
made me think-
Little Mule on we did at Winter Rock that day. There was a huge
Yeah.
drop in on that.
I just let my foot off the brake because I learned my lesson, and I just wrote it down.
Yeah.
Like, I knew better. Like, mistakes are okay as long as you don't die and you learn from them. It's great.
Right.
So we were supposed to do that one. And then the weather kind of got crazy where it started raining pretty heavy in the afternoon. So there was a couple other trails that we were supposed to do that we didn't really get to.
That rock garden that we did on the end of the Wheats ride on yesterday, we were supposed to do that to finish up and head out. But then we got there. We got there, and it was
you couldn't even
hammering rain. It was dark by the time we got there, pouring rain, and he's like, I'll walk anybody through that wants to go through, and then
of course no one wanted to.
No one wanted to do it. They just wanted to go home. So.
I went up and looked at it, and you could tell that he was like, I will do this, but I don't really want to do it. And I wouldn't if I needed to get winched, I didn't want to get it. It was like you were in a shower, and it was dark, and I was talking to him, like the thing that sucks that it was private property, and I was like, am I never going to get to be back here again? But then we did some research and found out that I think that they are going to open it as the Appalachia something, and you can buy. I will be able to go back soon. So then I ended up not freaking out over it. But then we got back to camp and we ate, did the raffle thing, and then you guys were running late just because of your thing. So then we didn't even see you guys. Usually I was too tired. I don't even know what time you guys actually got there, but I think I was already asleep.
Until almost 9:30.
Yeah, it was about 9.
Yeah, I was asleep. Well, and they wanted us there in the morning at 7. They said gates opened at 7:30, and those that weren't inspected had to get inspected, and then you get in line, and then we were supposed to have a driver's meeting and then roll out at 9.
Yeah, we showed up. We literally, it was 7:36 when we left the check-in line. I remember looking at the clock, and we were 16 out of 18 in our line.
It was full up.
How did all these people get in here when the gates opened 6 minutes ago? But it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like whatever. But
They were lined up at the road.
Yeah. And then we got
They
there
They
that
wanted their
early.
breakfast.
Like we're like, okay, we're leaving early on Saturday because we don't
Saturday.
want to be late. And then Jen's
Last.
like, oh yeah, that's like first day stuff. Everyone's so excited to get here. No one ever shows up that early. And so we were first in line on day 2, showing up exactly at 7:30. I'm like, this is so stupid. Like,
Well, but you know that anybody who's ever ridden with the Wheats, they're on time, on time.
They are
Which,
early.
as
if
long
you're
as
not
you,
early,
as
you're
long-
late. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is actually how my anxiety does me. If we say that if generally in our group, if we say we're meeting at 8, we're meeting at 8, we're probably rolling out at 8:30. If they say they're meeting at 8, they are rolling out at 8. So you need to be there before then. Which I'm like, as long as we know, like that's great, but everyone's like a little bit different. So I knew that. So I was like, I ain't messing around either because I knew I was with Jen's ride. So I'm like, we're early. Like we're just gonna be early. It'll be fine. And then you guys were kind of running a little late that morning, I think, just because you were freaking
We got there
exhausted.
we got there just a little after 8.
Yeah, because we
So
left
what?
the camp before 8.
I
And the
don't even
writers
remember how
meeting was
many.
at 9, so it wasn't like or 8,
Yeah, you weren't going to
8:59
be
o'clock.
late,
So
but I wanted you up towards us. Do you remember how many were with us yesterday? I never counted.
I don't know.
well, the
It
number
was
of
a
people that
bazillion.
were in our line did not go with us.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, they didn't?
No,
No.
because there was every bit of, I'd say 15 to 20 Jeeps in our line. And
See, and I was so
not
far up,
all
I didn't
of
even
them,
know.
no, not all of them went
And
with
then,
us.
and then once I asked Jen,
Because
I'm like,
as
hey, can Thomas come up
because
here? I didn't care anymore.
because when I pulled
Like, as
up
long
to
as
get
he's up
behind
here.
you in front of Tim, Tim ended up pulling over and letting other people go so he could
Yeah.
be in the back.
Yeah.
And there were 3 Jeeps that pulled off to the left right after you pulled out.
So he was following them. That's how that happened.
I don't know for sure, but Tim
He
ended
must
up
have been
getting.
following them. He must have thought they were in our line because I do remember that.
But
I remember saying
there
that,
were
but
a
I'm like,
couple 2 or 3 Jeeps that were in our line that literally pulled off to the left. That were in our line.
that is one thing that's kind of weird about this is that you have to buy the tickets and you have to bring your tickets, but they
They
never look
never
at your
looked at
tickets.
our ticket.
No, they
though.
never
And
look
I
at your
didn't-
tickets.
And I didn't know if it was just because they knew us and we knew that they knew we're not like liars and they knew who we were going to ride with. But I know that, like Brian, if he would have wanted to come with us, they would. Like I
He
feel like
could
they
have just
have
gotten our
announced-
line, and then we would have just.
Because there was
I
like
feel like
maybe 9 Jeeps that we had ish.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was like 8
But
or 9.
I know that you have to sign up for a certain group, and that group might be full. But I also know that it seems like even if it's full, if you want to come and you're capable, they're going to let you come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if you signed up for like a medium and you wanted to do the hard, if you knew someone, that it would be so. Yeah, so you never really have any idea how many's coming.
Well,
Yeah.
Or
poor
how many's not
Brian
coming.
Short did a medium to hard and winded up on
They went
green trails all day.
pretty much.
But
And I
it's
don't
because
agree with that.
it rained. It rained so damn bad. That was
Brian
even
was
us,
on day 2 ride, which
Yeah,
I mean,
he didn't
again,
do
we
day 2
changed
got
their ride
screwed.
completely. Like we were supposed to do.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to stay
do a
in the
completely
park, and
different
we
route
ended
than what
up
we ended
not
up
even
doing.
staying in the park.
Yeah.
There was so much water that my 40s were being Jen's 42s were being swallowed by
They're on 43s.
40. Yeah, their 43s were being swallowed by water. I remember a couple times I saw her whole back tire disappear, and I was like, I don't know if I should do that.
Like,
I feel like
are we
I'm glad
supposed
I
to
took my
follow you
steps
through
up.
that or what? Because
Yeah,
we don't
feel
have
like
those big
I'm
of
gonna
tires.
I think the way they lead their ride, depending on who's with it, is pretty much you can take your own line. Like,
Yeah.
and they don't care.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-mm.
like we were taking basically the same line y'all were taking because they'd go one way, then you would be like, no, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
And then
but yeah.
the
I'm
red
like,
Jeep behind us was barreling through higher water than Jen was going through.
And he was on 37s.
He was on
Yeah.
37.
Because he was light. He just floated.
And he's a little
across.
two-door. He was a little two-door.
know.
So yeah.
But yeah, there was sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and try to stay halfway on the, I didn't.
And you were
The
doing
game
that tilted this way. We moved over and Thomas was like, this is not very deep.
Well, she was over so far, so I didn't know when it got, but they had talked about water locked or whatever it's called. And I had
Hydrolock,
never really, hydraulic.
Well, that's
I
just
never
water
really thought
getting
about
into
it.
the motor. So
So if you
you're-
splash that, if
you're-
it didn't happen to us at S'more in the raging river, then I think we're all good.
Is it splashing or is it you driving? As long as it's not on your hood,
It
you're fine.
depends. You remember how David would high speed through and water would
Yeah,
just
you can't
flush
get
over
either
the hood?
water through your intake or through your exhaust coming back up through there, and then you get water inside of your engine and it'll hydrolock. So
So I could have went quite a bit higher in the water and my engine still would have been
Oh yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, see, that's what I was
literally-
worried about. I was worried
Literally,
about breaking my engine.
You would on in your Jeep, you would only have to start really worrying if water was to your fender.
Oh, okay.
Because
Like
it would
to
go
the top
in.
of my.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
'Cause your
if
intake
your
is-
tire is 100% submerged and it's within so close to your fender, then you need to start
Back
like
out.
really slow down and really start second guess, because
Yeah.
you do have that open air intake. So
Mhm.
depending
Yeah.
on how that box is sealed,
Yeah, like if it comes
It's
up over
not.
your hood, it can very
Mhm.
well get through your intake and then
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So yeah, I
that's
So
was
what-
pushing
definitely a
through it
little.
could cause it to wash over the hood and then end up inside the intake. And that's what
Yeah.
you don't want.
So I was definitely like trying to stay towards the bank on some of the ones. No, yesterday was fun though. I thought yesterday was fun. I know we
Yeah.
didn't do the things we normally do, but
No, it was relatively
thought
for
that's
the
what
most part
made it
just
fun though.
a fun little just cruise. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't
I think
anything
that was-
like because we never really stopped and we never got out. We're not going to really have any pictures or videos because we didn't
No.
really stop. There was really nothing to stop. We didn't have
was
to
like
get
a-
out and guide
Winch
anybody
or
through any
guide
trails.
or
There was no major
anything.
obstacles.
There was some guiding behind
Yeah, I mean,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's
But
a few
also
tricky
They were on
when
spots.
37s.
yeah.
But
Some of
also
the ones
when
behind us
everybody,
were on 37s.
I feel like when everybody's kind of built around the same, or at least has some of the same driving abilities or same level of stupid people, I feel like sometimes you don't have to get as much spotting either because you can, you've had enough seat time that you figure it out. Even just like that tree, I appreciate you getting out and checking because but that was something I'm like, eventually I would have got it. The reason I was taking me forever is because I kept rubbing my roof or getting ready to rub my roof and
Yeah.
that one bottom
Oh yeah.
part. But
Literally
most
every
everything
time we
else-
tried to go left, we just kept sliding over into the tree. Okay, back up because you're gonna break your roof.
Mm-hmm.
Back up, pull
Yeah,
up,
and then what
slide
I ended
into
up
the tree.
doing, is going a lot higher. I went a different angle than you did and got a little bit higher up because you were more closer to the tree when you first started, where I was able to get further up on the left side,
Mhm.
so I was able to avoid it. But there was a couple
do you think
spots where I
you're-
slipped.
Well, they said
you think your
Billy just
wheelbase
like
helped?
went around that tree and drove up through the grass. Like
I was
through that-
looking.
Funny.
Yeah, like that would have been.
Well, so do you
Probably a
think your
good-
wheelbase would have helped a little bit too, since like that mud spot was like literally right as my front tire was going?
Yeah, because
You were
my
able to get
front
to a drier spot.
my front was further ahead than the back
Yeah.
was by the time
I just could
it
not.
got
I
to
could
where
not
the
get
back
there.
slid in.
Yeah, it's like I could not get to where it's like it would almost start to bite, and then my back end would just.
Yeah. I ended up though turning my front rear locker on just so that front
Did you?
would dig in a little bit better
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
up, so I didn't slide as bad.
I don't think I turned my
but,
front locker on all weekend because I was still afraid. I don't ever want to use my front locker again.
Well, going back and looking at some of the videos when we were at Hawks Pride, we should have been using our lockers way more than we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to break. No, I don't want to break my axles
know.
no more. We should just take out my front locker. Just take it out completely. I don't need it.
That'll save
But
some
no,
money
we
on
need to-
your one-time swap. We don't even have to buy one now. Open diff in the front.
Still, you need it.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Which is funny is we
Oh,
have the
goodness.
don't use your locker until you absolutely need it. And then when we were talking to Jeremy at Upright, he keeps his lockers on.
He uses them all
A
the
lot
time.
of people do. Yeah,
Yeah.
a
He
lot of
says he
people do.
believes that you'll get less damage by using them. And I'm like, so I'd like to know the
But
people's
he's also
opinion.
got tons.
I
He's
don't.
got
Yeah,
tons.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but
Yeah.
On my
Well,
tons, maybe,
well,
but
if
in
you really-
44s,
If you,
if I was in 37, 35 to 37s, I'm
it could go
probably
both
an
ways.
exception to that
really.
Yeah,
rule
it can
because
definitely go
I
both
shouldn't
ways.
be.
It
Because
depends
I
on the
shouldn't be
environment,
running
depending
when I'm
on
running.
how
Your
much
setup.
throttle you're actually giving it, and
And Sylvia gives
how
it
when
pretty
it
much
does
all
slip
the
and
throttle
slide
she
back.
has.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because it's when you get the hop and then you get the slide backwards or to the left and right when it catches.
Sylvia's approach
That's when
is more. If you get hop, more throttle. If you're sliding, more throttle.
When in doubt, throttle out.
Yeah, that's her
But no,
motto. So
it sounds so much. I'm not even going back. And you admitted that it sounds worse because of my air intake, that my Jeep sounds worse. Because I'm like, look at my RPMs. They're not even over 2,000. I'm not doing anything. If I had Thomas's, it'd probably sound even scarier because his air thing
he
is.
put a
more.
mat in his, so it doesn't sound so bad.
Because it was so loud.
I know
It was
hers is
stupid.
super
Yeah.
loud.
I remember
Hers
when
is
he
super
did it.
loud.
I didn't know he was doing it.
She didn't know
and
I did it.
And I was like, why? Why is it so loud?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. And I'm
I
like,
have
dude,
no idea,
why is
just-
it so loud? What did you do? It was.
But yeah, so I feel like that is part of it. I mean, I don't know. I try not to bounce.
So we got through the day unscathed.
That Nissan behind us on Friday was bouncing. I have never seen an Xterra I was like, you gotta stop that. She's like, oh, it's normal. I'm like, oh God.
Was it
Yeah,
a
she-
live
she plays
axle or
solid.
independent?
Yeah, no, it was a solid axle, solid front axle. But it was
Bouncy
on leaf
bouncy.
spring setup.
Front
Like a
and rear.
Front and rear leaf over. And
They were bouncy.
yeah. The first time we noticed was the guy in front of us was in an Xterra, and we were going around this one obstacle to get to Holiday Hill, and then he kept hitting it, and his front wheel kept pulling like way off the ground, left front wheel, like probably 2 or 3 feet off the ground.
Oh,
And then we got around the corner, like we drove over it, and then another Xterra behind us, she drove over it, and then it's like, yeah, your front wheel was way off the ground. And they're like, oh yeah, that's normal. They call that the Nissan Wave, is what she calls it. Like, oh, hey.
I said
That's
that's like
funny.
Scotty.
Hey.
That's like
Hey.
Scotty.
Yeah.
He's got his tires so far up that we could do an oil change on the trail.
Yeah,
And he's like, it's fine.
Clean the
It happens all the
undercarriage.
time.
it's fine, no big deal. But anyway,
And that's how
so
she was. She's like, it's fine.
we finally got around to Holiday Hill, and everyone made it up. And then she was closest to the rear. There was one Jeep behind her, like trail, but she got up there, and both her front wheels, like she was hopping them off the ground.
It was scary.
Wow, like up and down, up and down. Like,
That's how she got up.
yeah. She's like, oh,
That's what she
did.
she's like, that's just what they do. It's like, but why?
like
Like,
calendar again.
they shouldn't
Change
they
the
shouldn't
password.
be doing that. I guess it's just the leaf
But-
springs mainly.
But also, she had
But-
to do something because her compression was bad. So I know that she
Yeah.
had to do, and she was a manual. So I know that she probably had to get on hers a
Basically,
little bit more.
her piston rings were shot, and she was losing compression like on the
Oh, okay.
long uphill deals. So then at the bottom of a big hill, she'd like wait for everybody to go up so she could get a big run at it to
Yeah.
get all the way up these hills, like even on just like leaving the trails and stuff.
Yeah.
And
But she has
yeah.
like an extra,
She has a new one.
Is that, yeah, like a new old one. And they're just going to rip all the parts off it and put it. It's so funny how many like different things. Everyone thinks Jeeps, we all have a bunch of them for parts, but we met a guy who was driving like an old Defender. And he's like, yeah, if you buy a Defender, you have to buy two because you need one for
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
And he was serious. And everyone on the table was like, oh, yeah, that's exactly right. And then the Nissan people were kind of the same, like, oh, no, I have 2 of those at home. One's for
Yeah.
parts.
Because he was
Wow.
saying that like now because of the like the tariffs and the regulations at the border, like Land Rover, you can't get parts from Japan anymore because of all this. It makes it almost near impossible. So then, like if you buy one, you just find another one to buy and use those for parts. Like,
It was
What
funny.
Dominic needs
oh,
to do with the Mustang.
okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. What did they
I was
call it?
like, they
Like a
gotta buy one,
donor
get
card?
one, for a discount deals on these things or what?
Yeah.
Like you just having to pay full
Like
price for
Kia used to do. Like Kia used
yeah,
to do forever ago.
buy
Like
one,
buy
get
one,
one
get one
free.
free.
That's what you
Well,
need.
Oh, that
it
was
was like on Saturday, as soon as we first we barely got even on the trails and we're
What's the mile?
stopping. Mark goes, "Hey, my brakes are shot." We're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. So
14 seconds into the ride.
He was like, he says, I have a brake pad that left the chat. And we were like, what?
I'm like,
like,
what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Did it
So
Like,
he
actually
how's
opens
the
up
go
his
brake pad
off?
glove
just
Did
box
it
and
fall
pulls
out?
go?
out boxes of brake pads. Like, holy crap. Set up. I guess we need brake pads in our toolkit. Oh my goodness. Well, it was funny, and I was
That will
joking
be the
with him.
next thing we
I was
lose.
like, Mark, you do realize we're doing a wheeling trip this weekend. What happened to your preventative maintenance? He's like, I
put the
just
motor-
changed the motor out. I didn't have time to check the
I
brake
didn't have
pads.
time to get to the brake pads.
Oh, it's so funny. So funny. But no,
Always sounds
thankfully nothing bad happened. I don't think to anybody. Again, I feel like
Thomas
we were
had a
in some
tire.
challenging.
Oh yeah.
Let me reenact this. Let me reenact this for everybody.
We're in the
Okay.
creek.
We're in the creek, and he's trying to keep up with Sylvia and Dustin, and I'm like, slow down! And he's like, I'm not going that fast. About the time he said that, wham! And I was like, slow! Steering wheels like this.
Yeah.
And then a few minutes later, we started.
I wasn't even doing maybe 5-6 miles an hour.
Justin
That's what
was
he
yelling
was
at
doing.
me.
I was yelling at
reality,
her
it
too
was
because
more.
Was
literally Mark was just like cruising through there. And I
Yeah,
was like,
Mark was
dude,
cruising through there. So
I was
figured,
like,
hey,
dude, you're not to that level yet. You can't just be rolling
Why
60 miles an
not?
hour through
Why?
these trails. And
You
we're
and
like
Thomas
hitting
are
was.
just
bumps, the
alike.
seat belts locking
Because
up,
you're
like choking me out.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
just
Mark
calm the
is
hell
on
down. You like you don't
43s,
have to.
3.0
Yeah.
coilovers, big 1-ton axles.
Huge one.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
43s.
Dude,
He
No.
hit that rock under that water like I hit the pole in the Walmart parking lot.
That's why it looks like it does.
know
It has a freaking
it's
three
about a
inch long.
6-inch gash in the middle of the
Yeah.
tire. I'll
Yeah.
get a picture, Dustin, so
Is
you
it
can
three
post. I'll
inches
try
or
to get a
6
picture.
inches, Stacy?
Yeah,
He's
the 18.
convinced that he can fix this tire. Dominic was like,
From the inside, you don't think so? You don't think you can patch it from the inside?
I think you can.
I bet
It's
you can.
probably
as
like
a
a.
spare maybe, but not as an everyday
Yeah.
tire.
No,
Dominic
it'll
said
have-
no
yeah.
tire
have-
company no tire place will fix that because it's too big
Well,
of a
we're
slip.
gonna fix it, not them. We'll
Yeah.
fix
Yeah.
it.
We'll fix it ourselves.
For
It'll definitely
spare,
be a fine spare
it'd
after you
be
get
fine.
I said you just need to get one of those big patches, those
Yeah.
vulcanizing patches. We heat it up on
Yeah.
the inside and it sort of like melts itself in
I
there.
think we need to take some plugs and heat up and fill the gap on the outside too.
That
It
too,
would
yeah.
work as a spare to get off the trail. Like it was
Yeah.
not just like blown out. It took
No.
a while for
Yeah.
the air to leak
So
out.
I
I bet the
noticed that I was
whole-
sitting in like 4 pounds of air.
3.
Well, it would fluctuate between 3 and 4. It was fluctuating between 3 and 4, according to the display on the dash. So I thought maybe because of how I hit, the back bead just popped and then resealed,
Yeah.
is what I was
Yeah.
kind of thinking. Because I do have it is on bead locks.
Yeah.
And so I filled it up with air. I put about 11 pounds in it, and then started noticing 10, 9.
Yeah.
It was slow.
About 11,
But-
11 yards later. you were-
A pound a
but-
yard.
Yeah,
Pretty
no,
much.
we went a little bit when I was watching it, and I was like,
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna have to do a tire change.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
stinks, but it is what it is. At least you had a spare.
Do you know how many people on our ride had spares? Yeah.
I think
Nobody
40
else
or
did.
above.
I think
40 or above him.
2 because I think one of those TJs had a spare with them as well.
Okay.
But that's like a 30 something. That doesn't count.
No. I'm just saying she asked how many people. She didn't ask how many
Which
40s.
I was like crazy because like we could have got off the trail with the tire, constantly airing it up, maybe putting, some rubber in the hole to slow it down a little bit more. But that could have been a lot worse. And
Oh, hell yeah.
you ain't getting off the trail without a tire.
So I'm not going to lie. Usually I'm like a little stressed out that I don't have my tire with me, but I know Thomas has one in his purse, so it's fine. And I know it fits.
Somebody
so once you
will
broke
have.
once you broke your tire and we still had to go on those rocks,
we still had a long way to go.
I was a little nervous, and I don't know if you noticed, but I slowed down some because
she didn't have an extra spare.
That's what it finally took her to slow down, was you blowing out your tire, Thomas. So thanks for that. Taking one for the team. I yelled at her all morning to slow down, but she wouldn't listen to me. So
I hadn't even thought that the rocks would break my tire, because how often do we do that? And then when it broke yours, I was like, oh, I don't want that to happen to me. And I thought, because mine is 2 hours away.
I don't think we hit a smooth rock with that tire. I think it was pointed and it got it.
Yeah, it was just a weird.
I've never seen a tire split in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah,
because that's
a new tire.
I think
that tire's not even a year old.
They're not even a year old.
I think they're a 6-ply.
And you still have.
I think they're C-rated, so I think they're 6-ply with a 3-ply sidewall. So
it would have had to been pretty sharp too to get in between your lugs.
You have to send me a picture. I'll post it up here.
You should have seen the way it stopped us. It was pretty erratic. I'm telling you, it was like me hitting the pole in the Walmart parking lot.
What was crazy too is I felt the drag link slip.
Yeah.
Slip. Yeah.
I literally felt it in the steering wheel slip.
Yeah.
So it spun the drag link.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, without the damn. But I only hit one thing really hard yesterday, where Dustin was like, I hope that hit either your skids or your sliders.
Again, because she was driving way too fast. Came sliding down on her rock sliders.
You know what? When my Jeep is around buggies,
I was sitting in the seat like straight up, and we came down on it, and I went like, damn, I bounced my shoulder off the door panel. And I looked over at her, and she's like,
he's so dramatic.
I was like, why are you driving so fast? Like, I wasn't jamming my shoulder into the door panel on purpose. Like, I'm just sitting in my seat, riding along here. You're being all crazy.
I don't think it really helped so much that we were the second and third Jeep in line behind Mark and Jen.
Well, when we have to go to the recovery and
that's a whole nother that's another side story.
We wound up behind.
You will not believe this. I went on a night ride, kind of on purpose.
Well, we didn't think it was going to take us 3 hours to recover.
Well, I didn't think it was going to take us an hour and a half to get to the Jeep. That was the thing.
It took us longer than that because they went through Little Widowmaker like it was a paved road.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I ended up behind Jen and Mark, which was originally leading. We ended up going down towards Little Widow, and then I hear on the radio said, "Can we just stay up top and bypass?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, we were already down there."
And I was right behind Thomas, so and you guys were really far ahead. And so you guys had already went down, and I kept going straight.
Well, I see Mark and Jen go through Little Widow like it was nothing. And I was like, oh, we're good. No.
No.
A long wheelbase going through basically the first part of Little Widow, like literally like not even the first 50 yards, 100 yards at the most.
Yeah. That's hard.
On a long wheelbase.
You gotta remember, they're on a wide open design tube chassis on 43s and coilovers. Like, they can drive that stuff like it's a paved road. Where we're not to that level.
They did, and we were still at the bottom when they had finished.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Was my boot full of water?
Ask Dustin how concerned I was about you when you did not come up, and then when you were not answering. And that's always like in my head. You know, always make sure that the person behind you but I always care more when not that I don't care when the person behind me is not someone I don't know. I still like want them. But when it's my friend, I'm like, where is Thomas? Where is Thomas? Why isn't Thomas answering? Where is Thomas?
Once I
He's
got
not
past
answering.
the first 30 yards of it, it was okay after that.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
then
just
you
that
started
first
answering
part
too.
trying to figure the spot out.
There's a big hole. Like you have to go ride the passenger or the driver's side,
the left side of the trail.
but because he's so long, his back tire kept going into a hole. And there was no way I was out. He wasn't rubbing. Like he would go down into it and then it would hit his controller. And I'm like, back it up, try to get. He just could every time he couldn't get far enough over. So I was like, just give me a minute, don't run me over.
She stacked a couple of rocks and I got more
with her broken shoulder that she's getting fixed on Tuesday.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I ended up getting more
Continue.
parallel to the trail. And then I was able to back out enough to get to where that
you were still on that. You were still going in that hole. That's why I put those rocks. You only needed this like this much to clear
42s.
Yep.
Yeah, you would have even if you.
Well, you needed some 42s and some long arm rock crawler rear control arms, Thomas.
Yeah.
And the shock control arm bracket or the shock brackets needed to be higher up.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing that was catching was the freaking shock bracket.
Then we got to where the little cave is, where the tree used to be. The tree's gone.
The tree's gone. There's no tree there.
Did you guys take a picture? Did you guys take a picture of it?
Maybe on our camera. I don't remember if we had the camera rolling or not.
Because I want to see that.
He went around the rock and had to back up maybe once.
Once to reposition to get a little bit more towards the right.
Yeah.
So that back I think the back passenger tire, so he could climb up to pull me back over.
Yeah.
I think I had the front I think I had the GoPro.
You had the GoPro going.
So I'll have to go back and look because I had it going pretty much that whole trip. So if anything, any of the videos we have are going to be just from the front.
Yeah.
We didn't really have time to.
We have a lot of Goldilocks ass in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I have a lot of your front because, and it's on your computer right in front of you. It's open. I took it out and put it on there. Not right, straight in front of you, straight down. It's gold.
Yeah, but by the time we finished just that part of Little, they were probably already down the trail.
They were already way ahead. But Tim waited at the top of Little Widow.
Yeah.
And waited for me to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't that far behind.
We couldn't have got lost.
Maybe 5
we couldn't have
minutes
got lost
behind.
on that trail. Yeah. But it feels like forever whenever you're like radio silent.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to drive. Stacy's out, and I hear people on the radio while I'm trying to
and you can't
figure out this obstacle.
Yeah.
And either I'm not hearing or I just can't answer at the time.
Yeah.
That was yesterday. I kept telling that. I'm like, can you tell them I'm okay when they kept saying, Sylvia, do you need a spot or are you okay or whatnot? And I'm like,
and that's all we answered a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's fine.
I'm like,
I can't get to the radio because I'm hanging on for dear life, trying not to fall out of the window and whatnot. It's fine.
Yeah. But it's not like we could get lost on that trail, but it was
we know
a
those
long
trails.
way. Yeah, it was a long way.
At the beginning, Sylvia was saying, like, right before, like, as soon as we got on the trail, how she was wanting to do, like, 43s. Or I was like, you can't be doing 43s. So then we got down to the bottom of the first hill, and Mark had to change his brake pad out. But he has 43s on 20-inch rims, so I rolled it over there. It's like, see, look, there's no room. And
there was plenty of room.
There's no room.
There's
no room. You're going to have to at least...
You're going to have to cut a big chunk of the
Well, you're going to have to cut a big chunk. And not only that, when I looked at, what's his name's this morning? Tim's this morning, they have at least probably a 6-inch stretch in the front on full hydro to get those tires clear. They're like he's a JK, but they're like a 15.5-inch wide tire. Like, they're humongous. Like,
but I mean, even
they're twice as big compared to like the Mickey Thompson 42s. They're not going to fit.
So I'm not trying to be a brat.
They're not going to fit.
But you're going to have to just figure it out.
Then full hydro and park it in the backyard until you want to wheel it.
Yeah.
And you just said, as long as you're making payments on it, you want to daily drive it, and you can't daily drive it on full hydro. So there's
Why
that.
can't you just cut the tub?
It's not the tub, it's the frame.
It's going to hit the frame.
It's going to hit the frame.
Can you not cut the
No,
frame
you cannot.
a little?
No.
A little.
Like a little?
No.
Wow.
You can't.
Look, she's
Why?
so pouty now.
You can't.
42s are fine.
Because you need the frame to hold your
The
Jeep
42
together.
13 and a halfs are fine. The 43 14 or 15, I don't even know what those TSL stickies are, but they're huge.
You're massive. Yeah.
They're giant. Like they make
That'd
the
be
40.
like me trying to
They
put
make
40s
the
on
42
mine
Mickeys look tiny.
and want a daily driver it.
What if it went out further? What if we
You're gonna be 90
After
inches
action.
wide, dude. That's not gonna work. It's not
Still
gonna
wouldn't be
work.
able to turn.
I want all the clearance.
Well,
all of it.
well, after some additional conversation with Patrick the other day on my axles, because we were originally discussing doing 72, and
Yeah.
then somebody else that's doing the rock crawler gladiator build with their new stuff. He's running the East Coast gear axles. I think Patrick said the same ones that I'm going with, and they're doing 73 and a half.
Yeah.
So I was like, Patrick.
Isn't that what Eric got? Isn't that
Yep,
what Eric got?
That's what Eric did on his.
So we're doing 73 and a half.
Yep. I would go as wide as axle as you could get in there. Absolutely.
Are you freaking kidding me? Why can he go as wide as possible and I can't go wide?
Because you're doing junkyard tons and we're not cutting the tubes to make them wider. That's how wide they are from the factory. So if you want to drop 20 grand on some East Coast Gear Supply axles, we could definitely do 23 and a half, but we're not doing that with what we got in the garage.
Or 73 and a half.
Yeah. 73. Yeah. 73
You
and a half.
said
not
23 and a half.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Thanks.
That's
What we're gonna do is how much smaller is the back one? How much is that? How much of those spaces?
It's literally 3/4 of an inch on each side.
That counts.
I agree.
Every centimeter counts. I promise y'all.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll be able to get through all the trees.
It's
That was one thing that was kind of weird.
inches.
So
And then not.
Thomas was like, if we were going through this with my new, with the new setup he's going to be doing, we wouldn't have fit. Like, we were rubbing.
Oh, yeah. There were several times that my driver, I was literally pivoting off of trees.
Yeah.
Well, how wide is Jen and Mark? Because there was a bunch of times that they had to back up, and I just was like, right through
I
there.
have no idea.
I'm not sure. They're
It's
probably
wide.
going as wide as possible also.
Well, also the 20-inch KMCs are not a negative 38. They're a negative 48.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they don't even make 20-inch KMCs with the 3.5-inch. It's a 2.5-inch backspace to push it even out even farther. So I guarantee you they're probably pushing 90-inch wide.
So what do they? Okay, so
Jen and Mark,
what
if you're
do
listening, comment
Yeah, tell
on
us.
how wide.
Or Jen. Or Jen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jen,
Jen.
if you're
It'll be
listening, how wide is Jack from,
we off-road? What was I
axle
gonna
to
say?
axle, edge of wheel to edge of wheel?
But they just do they have an 80 up front, or are they 60 everywhere
I
and
don't
80
know.
in the back?
I don't know what it is.
Because if they're out that far, would that make it weak right here more? No. Okay.
They're on the crane
because I know
axles.
it-
I do know that. They're freaking huge. So
Are they
they're
Dynatrack? Because I know they do.
no, they're
Dynatrack
crane
and
axles.
Crane. Okay.
Yep.
I heard
Dynatrack
crate.
didn't
I heard
make it to
crate
the
axle.
weekend.
No. Dynatracks
Dynatrack 44 did
Dynatracks
not
are
No.
like factory
Aaron
width.
is pretty rough on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He broke
Aaron
last
is
year.
very rough on his things. Yeah. He was with us and almost flipped on a little Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Aaron. Mm-hmm. He's such a nice guy, though. But quit tearing up
But
his
he
shit. You're
broke a
worse than me.
Dynatrack 44 heavy duty.
Yeah. Snapped it at the C.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke it like in the middle. Like I didn't even know that.
No,
No.
It was at the end.
It was at
It was
the
at the end, the outside end,
on the
on
passenger
the like
side.
where the wheel is.
Yeah.
I
At the
thought
sea.
they were saying
That's
thought they were
That's
He
what
saying
they
said-
originally thought.
that's
Yeah,
what
he
said.
said he snapped it at the
Oh.
tube, but when we got there, it was fine at the tube. It snapped at the sea.
At this thing where
Hmm
the
Yes.
thing goes
The
in
ball
here,
joints and all that
The
They
stuff.
ball
broke it.
joints.
he broke
Yes.
it here.
Yep.
I didn't know you could do that either.
That's why we could get it off the trail the
Yes.
way we got it off the trail.
Because they
Okay,
chained it
I
up to just
definitely-
hold the tubes together at the sea, and then he was able to drive it
And
out
then
of there. So
they
Yeah,
took another
I
chain through
thought-
the
I
string.
thought like if this was the pumpkin and these were the axles that he broke
Well,
it.
that's
That's
what-
what he
that's what
originally
he-
told us.
yeah, that's what he was thinking. But when we
But
got there
we
and
were
took the wheel
also
off,
in 6 foot of mud, so I can't imagine that he could
The
actually see
muddiest
anything.
place you could have ever broke down.
literally like the
He found
muddiest
it.
quarter of the entire park.
Okay, yeah. Imagine this. First off, an hour and a half away from the parking. Like this is imagine your face, like the perfect place to break down. An hour and a half of kind of ornery terrain in the deepest, ruddiest, sloppiest mud hole, kind of in the basin. Like you have to go like this and this. So wide and so slippery with freaking logs laying across, and you're facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Isn't that an amazing place to break down? That was,
It
And he
was
was with
crazy.
a medium
We needed
hard
a-
Medium
right
hard
there.
groove, yeah.
we needed a
And
helicopter.
leading.
Yeah.
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 But that's when he let out, like he's rough on his shit. That's cool. But that just goes to show too is that yesterday, after all of that rain, stuff that is normally you might as well add 2 to 3 levels of difficulty because it was
I guarantee that spot is never dry. No.
Oh yeah.
But do you think it's that wet? I mean, that
Probably.
was
Probably
like
because there was so much shade right there, the trees and everything. Yeah, it was pretty.
Oh, it was
It's pretty
it was pretty
rutted.
rutted out.
Yeah.
pretty bad
and then
When
we
I
were
stepped
driving
in the hole to
to hook up.
unhook,
It
After
looked-
they
it goes
turned it.
over your boot.
went over my boot.
Yeah, it was halfway
Well,
up her leg.
So we left the parking lot at what 3:30 or so.
It took us an hour and a half to get to him.
Yeah, it was an hour and a half to get there.
So it was like 5, and I know that we did not get
So
back.
It
home.
was
dark.
just over. I'd have to look at Onyx, but it was just over because I recorded the route. It was just over 3 hours for us to complete that.
and
whole-
that was
So
also
whenever we
in
got
that
back to the
forest
parking
land.
lot and Aaron was going over like where it was at, he drew a map on Corey Wheat's Dodge pickup. He's like, okay, so this is Little Widowmaker, and you go around
We
this
didn't
way.
have the map though.
They didn't have
It
the
was
map, but
literally
he drew it in the mud on his hood.
in the mud on the hood of the Jeep or the truck.
Yeah,
You might be able to get Jen to send you that picture
maybe,
if you
yeah.
message her.
Anyway, but then we got like an hour in, and they're like,
I'm gonna message her now.
I don't think we came this. I don't think he came this way because we haven't found this Jeep yet. We've been driving for an hour down this trail. Anyway, so we just continue on because there's no other way out, and then we end up running into it. But it was a long freaking way away.
So from the time we left to the time that we got back to camp, because I didn't stop it until we got back to the RV park, was
Yeah.
3 hours and 49 minutes.
And 34
Jeez.
seconds.
Yeah, it was a long time.
15.8 miles.
Really.
Average speed 4.1.
It felt like we were driving so much faster than that.
I know
Because,
Corey
again-
got a picture of it.
Corey definitely got a picture
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
map.
I know
Yeah.
Corey got a picture of the map.
Well, she might be able to get it from Corey, but
Yeah,
we'll
she
see.
can probably be getting it from Corey and send it over to me. But it was pretty comical. They took a picture, like, okay, we got the map.
And I look and I'm like,
That's where it was at. Right
oh, this is a joke. Okay, I get it.
But then we
But,
got
yeah,
through
so
the
it-
middle of it, and then there was some. It was like a giant hill climb. There was 3 different ways you could go, 2 of which were
No,
not
guys.
happening. And
Thomas
then
probably could have. We would have
That
died.
one wall, I don't think we could.
Thomas could have made the middle line probably just because of the wheelbase.
Not the far
but
left. The far
the
left,
far left
was
was
Which one? Which one was that?
Dangerous.
Where it had the 3 and they told you to take the
Yeah,
middle
you take
one?
the
Oh,
far the
They were
far right.
joking,
Yeah,
but yeah.
I think you could have made the middle one, but
I
you'd have
think you
been the
could have
only
made it in the
one
middle.
because
That
your
that
front
wall looked pretty steep.
That wall was
your front
pretty.
it was, but your front tires would have been over that first ledge by the time you hit the other ledge. So that's why they're
But
would
thinking
need
you
as
to
could
steep
make
as
it.
it was, he's gonna run into. I mean, you probably could have. I mean, we did it at Stony or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
But just to
The
get to
other
that
one?
first ledge though was already steep to
Yeah,
begin
oh yeah,
with.
it was
Yeah,
ridiculous. But
yeah.
then we
That
got
other
to that
one?
point and they're like, surely he didn't come down this way on a medium hard ride, like taking people down this stuff, and then there was a far right line that we could take and get around. It was still pretty steep, but
Steep.
It was still pretty
doable.
steep, yeah.
But it was
So funny.
it was
yeah,
fun.
so
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so then we kind of sledded him back, I guess, kind of. Well, not really. They didn't have to do a sled, but his tires did rotate, right? And
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
was he able to turn it on? He just didn't have four-wheel
Yes.
drive.
Yeah, he was able to
Mhm.
steer
Yeah,
it
he was
too.
driving.
So he
and,
could so
Yeah,
he could
I
help.
was
That
impressed
was
at
good.
how well that held together with 2 chains and the winch.
yeah.
Come along.
The
Yeah.
come along in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's back up.
Um,
Let's back up to the middle of our trip, and out of nowhere, we see Goldie like stop really abruptly, and Sylvia jump out and run around, headed towards the woods. I was like, what the hell is she doing?
Oh my gosh.
Out of nowhere, she finds a black backpack that no one else would have seen but Sylvia.
kind of like how I was the only one that saw copperheads because I had seen them on the news the week of. It's copperhead
So she
season.
tried
Pay
to
attention
steal some hunter's backpack.
She's trying to steal
Yeah.
someone's backpack.
Well,
A 70-year-old
apparently
man's
apparently on the news, she said the night before she saw a story about a missing hiker, and I was like,
In the
I don't
I
know
area.
exactly in the area.
I don't remember seeing that, but she
It
said
was
it could.
probably some of one of those next 48 shows.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
Yeah, it was
actual
like
news
2
report.
years ago, and then she's like, "Wait, there's a hiker missing. There's a backpack right there," and I was like,
That's him. That's
"It's
the
just a
hiker.
backpack.
That's the
Let's
missing
just
hiker. This
yeah."
turned into a recovery and search.
Just so you guys know that if you're ever missing and I'm in that area, I'm going to constantly. We had a discussion. I was pretty upset over. I mean, I was glad that it was 100 and it wasn't, but I was still like my adrenaline. I was very, very upset, and I did cry a little bit because it upset me so bad. Because if someone that I
There was
loved
a
was
missing
out, I would
hiker
want
in
some-
Ohio 2 weeks ago.
No, this one had been missing for like 5 days. But of course, of course, it's not showing up. But he had brown hair and he was kind of skinny. It was like long, kind of scraggly brown hair. But whenever I hear something like that, I just make a mental note of it. And I asked him, I said, so you don't I constantly scan the woods because I do watch a lot of murder shows and people do find dead bodies in the woods. So we need to look. But Dustin also never sees like deer or anything. I'm like, how did you not see that big ass deer right there? He just,
I wasn't
I don't know what
paying
he's looking
attention.
at. This
I'm not looking
guy.
for it.
Well, I'm constantly looking for stuff that doesn't belong out there, I guess. And yeah, so I could not believe that no one else saw that damn backpack 25 yards off the trail where it shouldn't have been.
Well, we did stop right there, so that's how
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Well-
Sylvia grabs it, throws it, kind of looks through it real quick, throws it in her Jeep. We get down
Freaks
part of
out.
the way, and then we're like,
Freaks out that it's not empty.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this is the missing hiker from the news.
that we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
We have
And
no
then,
Well,
signal.
and MJ
Then we go
MJ
back-
had Starlink. He looked it up. And he's
No,
like,
So he's trying to
I-
look at it.
here it is.
As of late October, a recent incident involving a hiker who was lost in Kentucky Red River Gorge and was safely rescued after
They found
calling
him?
911.
Yeah,
Yeah, well-
He called 911.
that's what MJ said. That he's like, there was one in
Does he have
October.
long brown hair?
And he was,
It's not showing.
they're not showing a picture.
They
but
found him.
So-
They found him 5 days later. But then like what's his name was
So
saying?
maybe I didn't hear the whole story. Maybe I just registered missing hiker, missing 5 days, and not the part that he's been found.
Yeah, but like Dennis was saying, like if that backpack would have been out there the night before, it would have been soaking wet.
It would have been
Because
soaking
it
wet.
poured rain the
But-
night before.
And it
But
wasn't
you
wet.
don't. I didn't think about that. I was
Well,
just
I
thinking,
didn't either,
oh my gosh, why
honestly.
is
But
this
then
supposed to be out
not
here?
only that, like,
And it's the first day of hunting season. So
it's the first day of hunting season. 2, it was private property that we were on. We were not
Yeah,
in
it
the
said
national forest.
No hunting.
We were in but it could have been that dude's property.
He got his backpack back, but I was very stressed out that we were leaving a dead, like someone who was injured somewhere. And so, yeah, I was stressed out. And then I felt like everybody just thought I was crazy. And then I got like really pissed and angry and then plus Savannah always says I have a hero complex. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I feel like more people should want to help people. And I feel like that is something that bothers me, is that people just expect someone else is going to take care of it. And that pisses me off. Like if Savannah's stranded on the side of the road, if I find out, a bunch of people go past her and are like, well, someone else will help her and someone else will help her. And then she gets hit by, God help them.
Well, the problem
Or-
is there's so many tricks out there that people don't stop because they don't know. Are they using this female as a decoy?
Yeah.
I get that, but there's so many that actually do need the help. And I'm so glad. I am
It
so
happened
glad
to
that
me
it
in
was
Louisiana when I hydroplaned off the road, and when I hydroplaned and wound up in the median in the grass, which was a huge ditch, facing the wrong way. So my lights were facing them. A cop passed me. A cop
See, that pisses
passed
me off.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me mad. But
Some old
and
man
again,
finally stopped.
I do stupid shit and I probably put myself in situations that I shouldn't, but I can't help it. That's what I was saying yesterday. I couldn't help it. I couldn't have lived with myself if I just went on and then it ended up I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I just can't. So just know that it's coming.
yeah, about the time we were getting ready to load back up, we see this. I see this
100-year-old
old guy.
man.
They're like
At least
walking
he thought
up
it was funny.
in full camo with his rifle, talking, and he was a little upset that we weren't going the other direction.
To take him back to camp.
So it's taking him back to camp.
Oh.
He's like, man, I wish y'all were going the other way. So I could.
You know what? We should have made
catch a
him
ride to camp.
text us. We should have made him text us so we know he didn't drop of a heart attack and then we just left him there, 5 miles later. But that was something too, is that when I grew up hunting, you left all your shit in your truck. You did not carry a backpack with you and leave it somewhere. If you're going to do that on property that someone could be at when people are missing ever, leave a note, just like you would on your car. Please don't tell me I'll be back in 5 minutes. Please don't take my backpack. I'm hunting. I'll be back. Don't worry. There was no note saying
He
that
wasn't
was
expecting
alive.
anyone to be out there except for him that day. And it's private
He
property.
doesn't keep up with the area news apparently that that there was a huge ride and they weren't supposed to be out hunting.
Well, and that's what I told Dustin too, whenever the hiker thing, and I said, and this may be a serial killer hiker too. I didn't pay attention if he was a good guy or a bad guy, honestly. Because sometimes they escape from the prisons and then they go hide in the Appalachian Mountains.
Missing serial killer. Daniel Boone.
And all Sylvia saw was missing person.
Yeah.
He needs help. He's missing. So yeah, I probably should have been something else in my life other than a hairdresser because I can't help it.
All good.
I can't help it.
No,
But the day went great. Then we had dinner.
Yeah. After
We
I
did
got
not
my
go
little
back out for a night ride.
angry cry.
well, we had already done the night ride.
Yeah, we did the night ride. We got
We
back
did the
at
night
like,
recovery
what,
ride.
9
To
o'clock?
like 8:30.
Yeah, 8:39. Then we had to heat up all the food for dinner.
I had to put it in the microwave. Like
It was at least
actually,
9:30 by the time we actually ate any food.
we need to get that out of the fridge too, by the way. Because I can throw it away. I'm not going to eat the rest of that.
Maybe
It was
do that
it was
tomorrow.
good, but too much. But yeah, it was
And then,
fun.
we were planning on doing. What's that?
Today. Yeah, we were
We're
thinking
planning-
about
yeah.
wheeling today, but then it was just
Sunday.
us and then also it's really cold out right now and going to snow tonight. And we didn't even know that. We had no idea. MJ was like, yeah, where do you live? And we're like, Louisville. And he's like, oh, so you guys have to hurry up and winterize tomorrow, right? Because he had a camper too. And we're like,
What are you
Why?
talking
It's
about?
only going to drop. It's only going to drop in freezing for just a few hours.
Yeah.
No, it's 2 days. Up here it says it's gonna be 20 degrees.
Tomorrow or
Tonight
tonight
and
and then
tomorrow.
tomorrow night, I think.
Yeah,
But
25. And so we just blew the air out. Yeah, so it's gonna hit 32 at 11, and it will not be 32 again. It will not be above 32 till 2 o'clock tomorrow
Yeah, and then by the
in
end of the
Louisville.
week, it's supposed to be back in the 60s.
yeah.
I know, that's what I said. I said, well, the good thing is next weekend we won't have to winterize it every weekend this month. We're gonna winterize it. We winterize it today, and then we're gonna use it next weekend, and we will not winterize it, and then we're gonna use it at Windrock, and then we'll winterize it until December.
Oh, are
Until
y'all are going down there and staying next weekend? Because we're doing a turnaround
just
trip.
overnight. Just
Yeah.
overnight.
That's what I told her we should do
Oh,
is just
for
drive down
Badlands
there
or
on
for
Sunday morning and then wheel and then come back.
for Land Between the Lakes
Yeah.
with Fig.
Isn't it over 3 hours?
It's not far.
I don't know yet. We haven't got our campsite. I guess we can think about it.
Getting
I just
directions
have
right
to
now.
work.
It's 200 miles exactly.
So 3.5 hours.
It's
3
2.5
hours.
for us, 166 miles. That'll be 2 hours for y'all.
No,
It
it's going
says
the
Driving
opposite.
100 miles an hour.
it says 2 hours 57 minutes.
Okay,
That's
so
what it
3
says.
hours.
Yeah, because
But
because
it's
we're
also in
closer than
Central
they
I
are.
Time
know,
there.
that's why I thought it would only do another 30 minutes, but
Yeah, it does. It's
Extra
3 hours.
extra 45 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, ours is basically 2.5 hours
yeah.
to get there.
And that's if I go. I don't even know
And
if
that's
I'm
all.
going.
That's why I told her I was like, I don't even think we should end up going. Like, let's just stay home.
Well, honey, we already told David that we were gonna help him.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole
I
point.
just don't know if
Is we're
I'll
helping
be
him fix.
able to go. It depends on how I
You
feel.
can stay home. You and Stacy can stay home. It'll be fine.
So if I fall down the stairs, you'll have to drive 45 minutes to come help me.
That's fine.
It'll be fine.
With
Dominic's,
my two bum knees.
yeah. I'll just call Dominic at work. Dominic, your mama fell down the stairs. He would leave work.
That's
Wait,
true.
what?
2 bum
What?
knees.
Two bum knees. Yeah, because I got the one that already's been cut off, and then my other one's shot now, so it's fine.
It's all that fence building.
This one
Yeah.
probably
But the other one's been fixed.
mark the
With a fake
calendar,
knee.
but within 1 year from today, probably I'll
Well, no, why
have
would you even speak that? Why would you speak that into existence? Why would you even do that? Don't do that.
I'll have 2 good knees. But it's fine.
You'll have 2 good knees because that one's going to heal.
Yeah, that one's gonna heal and
I'll
it'll be
murder
fine.
him in his sleep tonight.
Then they won't hurt anymore, so it'll also still be.
Figuratively, not literally.
She might smother him with a pillow.
Listen, if I don't show up on the next podcast,
The
come look for me,
Well,
please.
Thursday this week, the day after this airs,
day after,
Day
the day
before.
before.
the day before, sorry. The
Thomas
baby
is
came out.
gonna be old as crap.
He is. How are you going to be, Thomas? How are you going
55.
Times 2.
57 years old.
There you go.
Wait,
Bravo.
He's saying that we're going to have to come and
Oh,
find
there's going to be
him.
a scavenger hunt for Thomas.
No, because I'm going to go steal his Jeep in the middle of the day
Oh
because
my gosh.
I
Look,
have an extra.
You, that's what
Yes.
happened?
No,
It was
no
pretty-
questions.
he beats me.
No,
He
no
beats
questions,
me.
please.
I literally just took my nail and barely touched it. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He
We know you like
I have
those
one-
ties wrapped
he
around
rolled
you.
and he
That-
rolled. See the bruise right here? He rolled
It's
my
that role
arm up
playing,
in
Dustin.
he rolled my arm up in the window yesterday. In the mud, I had my arm out so I could see, and he didn't want to get dirty, so he started rolling up the windows and not
Remember
looking.
that giant mud hole that you dropped in? You're like, oh, that's a mud hole right there. Like you drop down in, the whole entire front of your Jeep like gets buried in it. And so we were getting ready to drop that in. I started rolling the windows up, but she was hanging out the window, and then she yelled at me I was
Well,
like,
I just
you know what? That's
window.
fine. I just kept my mouth shut. I'm controlling my own window now. If you get muddy, it's on you.
Your window's on your own.
Your window is
What
your own
happens if it's us?
responsibility. Like, I'm not getting yelled at for trying to be nice anymore. It's fine.
I'm excited to
I
have
don't yell
pickles
at
on
you
your
for rolling
birthday,
the
Thomas.
windows up. What? Come around.
I'm excited to have fried pickles for your birthday at family barbecue on your birthday.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're gonna hold you down and make you eat it.
You know what? It's also the WKN 2-year anniversary, so you can just go to that one.
It's actually,
You know that part.
since it's your
I'll go to
50th
that. I'll go to the-
birthday,
I'm not going to go to the birthday party, but I'll go to the WKN 2-year anniversary
We'll have
party.
2 tables.
it's
Have two
one
different
fried
tables set
pickle
up.
per decade. So you have to eat 5 fried pickles for your birthday.
Bye. Just do it all at one time.
So
Definitely
what is
not.
it? Is it like 6 to 8? 6 to 7 is Thomas's birthday, and 7 to 8 is the anniversary. So you can just come to the 7 to 8 part.
Yeah.
Then we'll switch them when you're not there.
Like, sorry, Thomas. No, wait, Thomas is here. It's his birthday. You missed the WKN party, buddy. Sorry.
He has to bring his mama, so he has to go.
Oh,
Aw, she get to come.
she'll probably buy you
Happy.
your own fried pickles if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she would.
I bet she would
No,
for your
I
birthday.
don't want.
All right,
I'm
so
just
we're
gonna
already an
cover
hour and a
my
half.
whole
This is-
body in fried pickles and say the only way you can get to any of it is to eat every fried pickle.
Mm.
I bet you he eats them then.
Definitely.
I don't know. That's a
1000%.
lot of fried. Yeah,
I was gonna
I feel like that's a lot. I probably hate fried
Hey,
pickles by the time I
hey,
got done eating. them.
Everybody has a price. It's just a matter of what it is.
Thomas
what
will
you're
just
gonna
eat
get.
a select few fried pickles to get to the parts he
No,
wanted to
all
get
of
to.
them.
Yeah,
All
get
of
to the
them.
bits.
The hot cheap fries.
Oh,
He won't eat
you don't like those?
the hot fries either
Oh.
that I ate all
Justin
weekend.
loves them.
Like, I bet
Yeah.
you I put them in certain places, you'll eat them. And he was like, that would probably hurt.
So you probably don't
It
want
I was
those in
gonna
certain
say
places.
if you put them down there, it's gonna burn a little bit. I feel like.
That's what I said. I said it's probably going to burn a little bit.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
no.
why does
Oh,
it burn
crap.
when I pee? Like, because you have hot fries down there. That's why.
Because you thought a hot fry would have been a good idea.
No.
that was funny.
Uh,
All right, well, I guess we could wrap it up. We were supposed to be doing like a half hour, 45 minute, and it definitely is
That
an hour
never
and a half. But it's
happens.
fine
You never.
because we always find
Also-
more to talk about.
I'm out of town for the next 2 days, so this probably won't get edited until like Thursday night after the party at 11 p.m. So
We all know that you're going to work on it tomorrow during work.
I'm leaving tomorrow. And I've been
Not
You'll
at
put
off.
it on the plane.
I was off Thursday and Friday, so I have probably
Are
like
you sure you have a
5,000
flight
emails.
out of town?
Yes.
We discussed that. Yeah. Like,
I am sure because they sent me a notification to check in just like 20 minutes ago, which I
Okay,
just did.
good.
nice.
So you'll be able to fly over the and tell us what the overall look like of the
So
car.
MJ this morning was telling us that he flew in from Miami the next morning over
Yeah.
it. And he's like, it's just like a shadow. I was really surprised that
solid
it was
black.
not still burning. Yeah.
Yeah, they got
So
it out.
sad.
Yeah. Well,
So
thoughts
sad.
and prayers to those families for sure.
Absolutely.
100%. 100%.
Keep them in your
That's so
minds.
sad. Yeah.
Oh,
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna leave off with that sad thing. So sorry.
sorry.
But
Womp womp.
next week's should be a relatively good show because we have a special guest.
Yes.
Is it
Is
me?
it next
Is it
week
me?
already?
Next Monday.
Is it already next?
Let me double check.
I
Let me
know-
double check my calendar.
We have
Yes.
John on.
Yep.
Who?
John from Dial
John. I
Dynamics.
thought you said Dawn, and I was like, shit. Is John on my week? I was not ready for that. But okay.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
So he can talk
As
about
of
Well,
right
that'd be-
now, I just got to verify just to double check to make
Because
sure
they're leaving
everything's good
SEMA.
because he's been at SEMA and they're getting ready for their Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. He'll be on.
they had
the
a
whole
lot of
week
cool
before Black
stuff.
Friday.
new updates and things that they're releasing. So go check out some of their videos from SEMA.
Yeah.
They got a lot of cool stuff that's getting released
Yep.
this next
Cool.
year. So
Yeah.
they even got IR pod lights, which is pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
That's cool.
So
That's
and a bunch and some other cool updates and on some current product as well as some newer release stuff.
I tell you what they need to do.
Yeah.
Night vision goggle headlights.
Headlights. Or no.
Yeah, that's
windshields.
IR. That's IR lights. For night
Is it?
vision, you use IR for night vision.
Hmm. Well, there you
Yeah.
go.
That's cool.
Very
That was
cool.
the good thing about the night ride is our lights were so bright that it wasn't even. I told like we were told us, I'm like, really, this isn't that bad because it's like daylight out here. So as long and MJ said it wasn't bad being in front of me with all my lights on. So now I feel
That's
better.
good.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be a jerk. But
Yeah,
everyone's
I
getting
didn't
X-rayed.
turn all of mine on. I just
Yeah.
You would have blinded them.
yeah, I would have blinded everybody more than likely.
Yeah,
Because I was
that's
in
what
the
I was
back.
afraid of.
And I did when they were working on Aaron's Jeep trying to get it turned around and stuff, I did have my little 10-inch light bar turned on and that definitely helped. But
Yeah.
I knew if I would have turned on all my lights, it would have been blinding for
Did
sure.
you have you already fixed your thing? Can you even turn them all on now, or do you still? That's good.
Yeah. No,
That's what I
just the
told Dustin,
connection
like,
was loose.
every time we stop for any period of time, I shut all mine off because I'm like, I don't want them to get too hot and burn like Thomas's. I thought you said it was a fuse, so I got worried I was going to burn it.
We
It
did
was
melt up a fuse.
It was
yeah.
a gauge of wiring he
split.
used.
I split the
split the
harness. I
harness,
split
yeah.
the harness up. So
No,
four
it's fine.
pods are on one harness and the other four are on another harness. And the issue I had with the left side is just the connection was loose. I just tightened the connection down.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know then. All right, guys.
But until next
Remember,
week.
like and subscribe and share, and go to Apple or Spotify and listen to us again because why not? See ya.
Later.
Bye.
See ya.
Peace out.